Opened in 2020 and immediately one of the main attractions here on the Las Vegas Strip. Welcome everyone to Allegiant Stadium. Today, two teams hailing from the AFC between the Denver Broncos and the Las Vegas Raiders. Daniel Carlson ready to get us started. And away we go at Allegiant Stadium. Here's a return from the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. First carry here for Ashton Genty. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Another give here to Genty. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here. It's going to bring up 3rd down.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Broncos going nickel here. 3rd down. They'll throw. 3rd and long. Finds Genty underneath. And the hit is made, so they bent to the competition, but they didn't break Brock as they force this 4th down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Now the Raiders readying for the punt, and they'll turn to former All-Pro A.J. Cole for the kick. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt.
At their own 21-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. There's the fake. Here's Nix. And his first offering of the game winds up incomplete. He was looking for Keon Coleman on that throw. And it's going to be 2nd down. All right, partner testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is?
To win it. Again on 2nd and 10. Nix. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Jeremy Chin has got it.
Nix's pass. Intercepted. The Raiders take over 1st and 10.
They've got 1st down here from the 36. Straight ahead with Genty. Kicked it outside, found himself about 4 yards as a result. It's 2nd down.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
2nd and 6 at the 32-yard line.
Throwing from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down, and a penalty flag out on the play as well. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. They'll take 2nd down behind the sticks now after that holding call. Throwing from the gun here. Finds his man. It's Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give the quarterback a chance.
And he gets down to the 24 before he stops. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Genty from the gun. And they're going to be set up at the 11 after that play. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's a biggest 1st down.
You know what I call that play, Kate? I call that a confidence injector. It just injects belief in that O-line, that running back, and most importantly, that play caller knowing he can call a run and he can get a 1st down too.
From the red zone on 1st. Setting up the screen. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets him back behind the sticks.
He gets the opening for about 9 yards, but still 3rd down coming up.
Even though that run did not net them a 1st down, I can promise you this, Kate. I promise you. I know how it works. They're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that call later.
And he scores. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders parlay the interception into points. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate. You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. What makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
That one right down the middle. And the Raiders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Starting from the 5. Things going well so far. Past midfield, and he's got space. At the 20. Touchdown! They return the kick all the way to the house. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
After watching one kick get taken back, partner, let's see how well they can replicate it as this one's away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. That's taken in nicely by Brock Bowers. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. They gain 11 on that play, and the Raiders are going to have a 1st down.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, he called 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there. Hey, Mr. Quarterback down there, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. QB super fortunate that ball wasn't picked. An incompletion, still pretty good for the defense, too.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Gets it quickly to St. Brown. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
I'll throw here on first. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. He'll pick up 14 yards on that one, and that's a Vegas first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
He'll work against the blitz. Hauled in, again it's Bowers. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
2nd down, looking for options. Throw is caught. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders break the tie here in the first. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play. Right, when you don't have to settle for field goals, you can throw it underneath and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
The Raiders kicking team is out there and they'll boot this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And this is a tough one. Met back at his own 2-yard line for the loss.
At their own 2-yard line.
Can't happen. Man, that's just something you never, ever see at this level. That's a complete failure of operation, not just by the returner, but the return team in general. And now, instead of getting into your normal offense, you got to find some way, somehow, to dig yourself out of this hole.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Gained a little bit there. Kind of feels like a gain of nothing. You know why? Because you're still playing with your backs against the end zone. No real breathing room and no margin for error.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Nix from the gun. Big strike downfield to Coleman. He'll be brought down just as he gets it up to the 24. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
And the Broncos, first down.
It's the end of the first in this AFC West showdown. It's a 14-7 game. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They've got a first to begin the frame. Out of the gun, it's Nix. He puts some air under it deep down the left. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We got second down. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there can be more interceptions.
Mix again on 2nd and 10. Nakua here. He's got it. Into the red zone. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. It's a Puka Nakua touchdown. Oh, and it's no good. Just his second missed extra point of this season. And they failed to tack one onto that touchdown.
Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Well, probably still thinking about that missed extra point, partner, but he's got to move past it quick as he gets forward to send this one away. Fielded at the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. First play is going to be again to Genty. And he will take this down near the opposing 35-yard line.
That is textbook RPO right there, Kate. Quarterback's decision-making comes quick off the snap. And that back, you know that he's already looking for those lanes before the ball's even in his belt. Before that defense can adjust to the run, he hits that second level.
Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. That's complete to St. Brown outright. We'll take this ahead to the 34-yard line. Talanoa Hufanga there to make the play.
2 yards on the pickup.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
At the Broncos' 34-yard line.
I'll throw it. Completed over the middle. And he stopped cold at the spot. Won't keep paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. Back now, pressure coming. Short pass brought in. It's going to be a short pickup down to the 22. Brought down by Quay Walker. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
2nd and 6 at the 22-yard line.
Sticking to the air here. Pass taken in by St. Brown. And he's down very close to that first, but looks like he is stopped just in time after a gain of 4.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And he brings it in. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders grow the lead to 7.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
Pass on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders grow their lead to 8.
Broncos 13.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Return coming from the 6. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Nix. They connect on the deep shot. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
And their next snap is coming from that red zone as he reaches the 14. They get 23 on that one. And it's going to be first down, Denver.
That's another Broncos first down.
Working inside the red zone. Brought in. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got first and goal.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-out completion that nets them a first down.
They'll try and punch it in. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Broncos can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Carlson to tack on the extra point. And he hits the extra point. A little surprised they wouldn't go for 2 in the tie, but at least he made it, so the lead falls to a single point. Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. Here's a return from the 7. He's stopped on the run back at the 27.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Raiders just about ready for this one. It's first and 10. Trying to throw this from the gun. Completed to his running back. And he's going to be hit, sent out after about a gain of 1, maybe 2 yards there.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Looks like they're going to happily turn this one down and let the play stand. Broncos bringing out an extra DB on third down. They'll air it out on third. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
A.J. Cole on to punt. He has it at the 13. Nothing to complain about on this return as he gets it beyond the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
So they'll head up here first and 10 from the 34. They'll run it from the gun. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
You want to see the term read and react to the little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
At the 34-yard line.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Blitz coming, Nix. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked off by Darian Porter. And he's going to score on the pick six. Touchdown, Las Vegas. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, and the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
Has this at the 6. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
All right, Denver getting everybody set, so they've got 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Cooper to Jean with the stop. First down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. To throw, here's Nix. Looking underneath, and the back brings it in. And he's going to get this one to the 36-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Broncos first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, it's difficult on the defense.
Nakua nabs this one along the sideline. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
First down. A gain of 13 yards.
Play action with Nix.
First down.
Connects on the crosser. And the stop is made, but not until he reaches that 17-yard line. It's a massive 35-yard pickup. First down.
I love everything about that play, Kate, so much for a quarterback. When you're throwing that crossing route, it's imperative that you lead that receiver. You don't throw where he's at. You throw where he's going. And when you do, yards after catch follow.
Lim has another one. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. Broncos have to hurry here. Clock's still running.
That's good for Broncos.
Here's a give on 1st and goal. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be 2nd down.
Yes, and everybody in the huddle and on the sidelines sure want a little bit more from that run, but you didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot and can't wait to see what they do here on 2nd and goal.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. They go to him again. And he's stonewalled by this front right at the 3. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try to field goal right now.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you've kind of set yourself up. Actually, you've set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
Got to manage 3 yards here. 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos earn the chance to tie it before halftime. It's a Puka Nacua touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. So the offense out there, and the Broncos making the call to go for 2 here.
The Broncos will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Nick's going to try and throw for it. And they can't connect, so nearly 8 points to end the first half. But they'll only take an extra 6 into that locker room.
26.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Returning it from the 4. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here's the final play of our first half. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he stopped on a nice gain on what is the final play of this first half. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. And they've got a long field ahead, Brock. They got to him early, and they laid a big hit on him.
At their own 13-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Throwing from the gun here. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Trying to get that one to CeeDee Lamb. So it's second down coming up.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
They'll run now on second down.
When you get that jet sweep to the outside, you have to. You have to get vertical. There is just too much team speed in today's NFL if you don't go north and south.
Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this third down is unsuccessful. Third and long for him here. Finds him on the crossing route. And they catch him just in time to prevent the first, but that got very close, didn't it? It's fourth and maybe a yard. Here comes the Broncos punting unit. Starts the return at the 34. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield.
At their own 47-yard line.
Good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up first and 10. Shotgun give here to Genty. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Throwing from the gun. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he covers up after a nice gain right near that marker. Going to need a little bit more now on third down. Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. Third down from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Offense isn't moving here. They are going for this on 4th and 1. Looking to throw. That one complete to St. Brown. And he will get the first as they touch him down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
They've got first down here from the 36. He's going to throw this one. Ooh, that one's nearly intercepted. The defense read that one perfectly. A poor choice to make that throw. Second down coming up.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
Following the near interception, this is 2nd and 10. They are throwing it again. Finds him over the middle. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
That's a gain of 8.
3rd down and 2 here. The offense coming to the line for its 7th play of this drive. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. It's on the turf, ball's out, he lost it. But I believe a Raider covered that one, so the Raiders hang on to possession.
Gain of 9 yards. And the Raider first down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Hauled in. Again, it's Bowers. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
It's a gain of 8.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them the chance to stall things out. And 3rd and short.
And he's going to have enough for the first down, not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
Raiders first down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Here's Genty. And he falls through the defense for a touchdown. The Raiders push their lead further to start the half. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Bass gets the extra point to go. And the Raiders push the lead to 2 scores now.
Broncos 26.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down.
At their own 25-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Here's Nix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for a 2nd down.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Hauled in by Lamb, right side. And it's a quality effort here as he's pushed out right along the 40. Give him 24 yards on that one. And it's going to be 1st down, Denver.
Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now give left side. Rolling into enemy territory. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains.
Those outside runs so critical for running back. quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it, and that offense just put on display some teaching tape for it.
Short pass brought in. And he's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. Second down.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Blown back, gets the handoff. And 2 yards are all he can get since third down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Now Nick's on third down. This is brought in by Coleman. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a first and goal.
There are times a quarterback's got to be blacksmiths. When you're in the pocket, there's just a certain timing and precision. But you get outside that pocket, you got to be an artist. You got to be creative, and this guy is.
Design bootleg here. Headed out right. And oh, he got it! Interception! Picked off by Darian Porter.
You know, Kay, we've worked long enough together. You know exactly what I was speaking to our producer and talk back. Circle that play. That could be the play we come back to when this game's all said and done and say it's a turning point play. You hate picks in the end zone, and you hate them in the second half.
And this play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end. So we're through 3 here. It's the Raiders' ball, a chance at a win if they can hang on to this lead. All set to go now from the 35. They'll throw it here on first. Rolling left side, Bowers has it. He is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Now looking to throw. Yet another grab for St. Brown. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. They give up the guts. It's Genty. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Back to Genty. And he's brought down after a nice run and some extra effort. A nice gain of 8 there, and it brings them to 1st and goal.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
1st down, and they go right back to it. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 9 here. Again, here's Genty. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him a few that time, but they'll need twice that to find the end zone here on 3rd and goal.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
From the gun on 3rd down. Catch is made in close. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down. It took a great defensive effort to do it. Those 3 points could go a long way to securing this W. Makes it a lot more comfortable knowing the other side's got to score a couple touchdowns now. Touchdown to field goals, not going to get it done anymore.
Return coming from the 6. He dodged the tackle. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. The intended target there was CeeDee Lamb. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
2nd down. Here's Nix again. Quick slant taken in by Nakua. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Nickel set here from the Raiders. 3rd down. To throw. Here's Nix. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
The members tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Down in the 4th, offense staying out there for this. Desperation time here. Nakua here, he's got it. And this is going to take him up and across midfield there at the opposing 45.
That's good for Broncos. First down. 24-yard gain on the play.
On 1st down, it's Nix.
First down.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. Puka Nakua, the target on that throw. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. On 3rd down, here's Nix. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
A That's what I call complementary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
They're going to go for it here, trailing in the fourth. Here he goes. Got to have this on fourth down. Taking a shot deep here. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced. Brock had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs. Good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Has him on a quick hitter. And this goes across midfield and into Broncos territory.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Another one caught by St. Brown. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
He takes a pop and the ball comes out. And the Broncos corral it. This is returned all the way into the red zone. What a way to add on to that turnover.
How about the quick thinking and the reaction from everybody on that side of the ball? See an opportunity to rip the ball free, and then everybody switches to offensive mode, creating space on that return. And now they're handing the ball to their teammates on a silver platter for the score.
And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
It's 2nd and inches. At the Raiders,
out of the gun, it's Nix. This one's caught. And he's taken down as they very quickly get into 1st and goal.
a gain of 10 yards.
Working quickly here.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Going ground on 1st and goal. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Broncos now within 1 score in the 4th. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. This return starts at the 5. Good work so far. He's got room. He's brought down after a nice little effort there. That's going to bring us to our 2-minute warning. We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Vegas. Raiders leading by 5. On first down, Gentile. And they get him for a loss. That's a big one, Brock, and might see them burn a timeout. With 1:54 remaining, the defense burns a timeout. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's set up to throw it. Deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. Recovered by the Broncos. Oh, boy, Brock, some very unfortunate deja vu offensively here. This is exactly how their last drive came to an end, too.
Yeah, bummer for the offense, but exactly what the defense has worked on this week. Right, they find those ball security culprits, and they take advantage of them. They study that tape, Kate, all week long, looking to see who's loose with the football and where they could take advantage of it. They've done it on back-to-back drives. The defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Here he is to throw. Catch made right side by Nakua. And they're not going to have to burn a timeout. Smart play here. He gets out of bounds with the first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, then go to work after.
They're backed up. Not the stop they could afford, Brock. This one loses yards. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock him behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Offense to the line, second down. He'll look to throw it. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on third down. Now to throw. We got the football, Brock, but not the first. That stopped just shy of the marker. Fourth down.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the first down.
Need to keep this drive going. Here's 4th and inches. Here he is to throw. Got a man, that's Nakua. And he will score and give him the lead in the final minute. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been epic.
Wow, still throwing, and this is intercepted.
Daniel Carlson set to kickoff.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. Hits him on the out route. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. A timeout taken by Vegas. That's it, second. 2nd and 3 now.
At the 29-yard line.
Back to throw. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the intended receiver. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3.
Noel Williams on the coverage.
To throw. Trying to push deep downfield. Brought in inside the 20. And he's in, and that's a touchdown. And with almost no time left, he just likely won them this game. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minutes.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And they cashed in when it really mattered.
And he reaches the end zone, so they'll be up to a 7-point lead. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Returning it from the 4. Jukes away from one. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Getting a pistol formation here first as they come to the line. It's Nix out of the pistol. This is thrown towards a defender instead, and he's the one who makes a play on the football. That's not what this offense wants. Incomplete on 1st down. After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. One final shot here. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So put this in the win column for the Raiders. Man, they were facing a top-5 defense this week, Bronk, but they made them look anything but. What a great performance to get this win.
Yeah, you could come in, Kate, with this awe and mystique of, gosh, we're facing one of the best defenses in the league, but as soon as you get those first points, you realize, you know what? They're mortal just like the rest of us, and they took the fight right to them.
So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders winners as we bid you farewell from Las Vegas.